girlfriends. Look at her Bible. It is so big.
Let me tell you about this girl named the Queen I met. You'll never meet a girl like your Queen, I bet. But if you ever shy, they consider you less. She's rich beyond the natural, so my spirit's impressed. Had an encounter with this gal at a grammatical show, when she was looking unfamiliar, but someone I'd like to know. And so I thought, possibly, could she be of the same mind? Taken by her beauty, but was anxious to find out. See what this woman was all about, but I doubt I get the time of day, and so I'm out. I thought to myself, you'll never know until you ask her. I tend to dig the chicks that do agree with my past. I inquired about her name, she threw it out, but I missed it. At first I had the jitters, too nervous to even listen. Shook her hand, said hi, I'm Noda. Verbs is what's preferred. She cracked a smile like a baby, and I'm glad that part occurred. Cause with that, she broke ice, the conversation was nice. Should I ask her for the number, didn't think twice. I tried to stay on my toes and kick the lines, dibble witty, and avoid saying things like, G.E. Queen, you're so pretty. Kept my cool and maintained, never thought she saw me sweat. I never will forget the day that we met. She had an ill type of radiance, you felt when in her presence, with a certain type of glow, like lamps to be fluorescent, with their own type of fade that stretched from head to toe. I think when she was made, they went and dipped the mold in gold. The way she moved was angelic, she made my eyes dance. First I was a skeptic at this love at first glance. Let me tell you about this girl named the Queen I met. You'll never meet a girl like your Queen, I bet. But if you ever shall, consider you blessed. She's rich beyond the natural, so my spirit's impressed. Let me tell you about this girl named the Queen that I met. You'll never meet a girl like your Queen, I bet. But if you shall, consider you blessed. She's rich beyond the natural, so my spirit's impressed. A couple of hours have passed, we shared some things and we've laughed. In my book, from 1 to 10, she rates 11 and a half. You can tell she opened up as the time flew by. She was no plain Jane, looking for the average Joe. Equina had plans, she's not the type to live trite. She wants to graduate from college, wants to live a godly life. She wants to go wherever she feel God leads her. Wants to hook up with the man that honestly feel he needs her. So the fact that we actually crossed paths, it all seemed odd. She let me know, first off, she wants a man who seeks God. So I thought, bingo, can I please be a contestant? Thanking God for early Christmases. An unwrapped present must have reached into the heavens, took the fixings and the makings, made the girl of my dreams that I can see when I'm awakened. The time drew near for us to part for the memento. Grabbed a little backpack, took some paper, then passed the pencil. Needless to say, by that I was deeply flattered, taking note of her fragrance and the way her eyes had battered. I explained to her the blessing just to meet her acquaintance. She gave a hug and now it's like I can't just say goodbye. Somebody called the FBI. I caught a case of the love bug and can't deny, but wonder why we came so close at an escalated rate. I think she's in the syllabus, man. God is great, strong, bold, and demanding. That makes the girl outstanding. She is often imitated and simulated, but never is she replicated or emulated. Strong, bold, and demanding. That makes the girl outstanding. She is often imitated and simulated, but never is she replicated or emulated. Let me tell you about this girl named the Queen I met. You'll never meet a girl like your Queen, I bet. But if you ever shall, then consider you blessed. She's rich beyond the natural, so my spirit's impressed. Let me tell you about this girl named the Queen I met. You'll never meet a girl like your Queen, I bet. But if you ever shall, consider you blessed. She's rich beyond the natural, so my spirit's impressed. Let me tell you about this girl named the Queen that I met. You'll never meet a girl like your Queen, I bet. But if you shall, consider you blessed. She's rich beyond the natural, so my spirit's impressed. Let me tell you about this girl named the Queen that I met. You'll never meet a girl like your Queen, I bet. But if you shall, consider you blessed. She's rich beyond the natural, so my spirit's impressed. Let me tell you about this girl named the Queen I met. You'll never meet a girl like your Queen, I bet. But if you ever shall, consider you blessed.
She's rich beyond the natural, so my spirit's impressed.
Let me tell you about this girl named the Queen I met.
Now that I told you about this girl named the Queen I met, I got another story that you'll never forget about a girl named Anyoka, and that's my word. I left the conversation with my spirit disturbed.
Press down, shaking together, run it over. All supplied by Jehovah Jireh, the supernatural supervisor. Supplies, watch supplies rise. Good measure. Press down, shaking together, run it over. All supplied by Jehovah Jireh, the supernatural supervisor. Supplies, watch supplies rise.
I got evangelistic tendencies, infringing me through frequencies. Insomniac reactions after vivid dreams of rhyme schemes. Cinema screen visions of realities dwell in the spirit, but the physical is just how we tell it. We can beat, it all comes clear if you can read between the lines. Persona that it carries starts removing the disguise and cover lines of what you thought was just the surface at work. Revealing truths of the conception of the depths of your hurt. Within your timeline, my mind shines when he's inclined first, and I'm declined because the flesh don't get no props for these words. My independence was diminished when he uttered, "It is finished." Broke the chains and now I'm sinless. Ask for grace and his forgiveness. The measures that he's given tilt the scales in daily living. Watch my step to keep them slipping, though my cup is steady dripping. My supply is never dry, cause it complies with God's commands. Obedient, militant, 7 factors, diligent, brilliant, with addiction inflicting his conviction. Realize bonafide was the product for this mission. Intuition captured destiny's child to heed the call. I accept it, now my weapon of choice is microphone. Good measure,
Pressed down, shaken together,
running over,
all supplied by Jehovah.
Jireh,
The supernatural supervisor.
supplies, watch supplies rise. Good measure,
Pressed down, shaken together,
running over,
all supplied by Jehovah.
Jireh,
The supernatural supervisor.
supplies, watch supplies rise.
God will never break a promise, and I'ma tell you how I see that. I was at a spot financially I didn't exactly care to be at, cause my job it pays on Friday, but this was like a Sunday. 5 loans was in my pocket, plus our rent was due on Monday. Rent was mostly covered, though I was $6 short. I think I'll start a charity called the United Verb Support. I was pretty disturbed, my cash supply was running low. With no money, had to fast all week, real slow. With the spirit fighting the flesh, common sense gets denied. I thought of people that I could call that owed me cash since 85. You tend to think a bit irrational, working with no stash, you know, but focus on the word and live it out. He gives the capital. But anyway, back to Sunday. Service starts at 10:30. I was 15 minutes late while Bone was 15 minutes early. Not consumed by my status, cause in the foe would be winning. Just in time for half a worship and to put my 10% in. Service was bombing. The natural man received an offering. Had a guest presenter speak and took a double offering. I'm thinking like, dang, but I was blessed, so I should bless him. Then the Lord spoke clearly.
Noda, put your 5 in.
I'm like, Lord, now I know that you know I'm in a bind, and if I put this 5 in, then I'd have no change to pay no mind. But he set my mind at peace once reminded of his word. Hop in my truck, left the church skirt, and turned the curve. Went home and slept well, comfortable in what he told me. Woke up the next morning, went to work, and what behold me. I left in confidence, more certain in my purpose. Checked the mail and got a check from the revenue service.
Good measure,
Pressed down, shaken together,
running over,
all supplied by Jehovah.
Jireh,
The supernatural supervisor.
supplies, watch supplies rise. Good measure,
Pressed down, shaken together,
running over,
all supplied by Jehovah.
Jireh,
The supernatural supervisor.
supplies, watch supplies rise.
I want you to listen to me. I'm going to say this again. Let's begin.
Good measure,
Pressed down, shaken together,
running over,
all supplied by Jehovah.
Jireh,
The supernatural supervisor.
supplies, watch supplies rise. Good measure,
Pressed down, shaken together,
running over,
all supplied by Jehovah.
Jireh,
The supernatural supervisor.
supplies, watch supplies rise. Good measure,
Pressed down, shaken together,
running over,
all supplied by Jehovah.
Jireh,
The supernatural supervisor.
supplies, watch supplies rise. Good measure.
I've had a glance at your arsenal, and I've derived that it's 1-2 variating just to terminate lives. With the niche for deceiving all the unbelieving sheep, and the hobby with tampering with surveillance from Golden Street. Begging off the ignorance and blissfulness which agree. You play storms and figure while we make points to see. But see, this body forms a house in which you have no deed. So I took LeVar's advice and then I made a move to read.
Butterfly in the sky.
I can't describe if I tried. Feeling and motivation that I felt once dealt with in page revelation. I found fulfillment where you've lacked out. I'm getting. Can you fathom the warfare of some angelic set tripping? I've seen the landmines you placed in lives of mankind, from the birth to birth up until the current timeline. You place your toe where the inner gets in debt. You've got more connections web than the worldwide internet. .com. Communication through the whole U.S. From the west side of Phoenicia to South Central Tibet. Much obliged for all of your harebrained suggestions. Had me doubting my salvation while I'm missing out on blessings. Intricate plots, bold lies, and heavy oaks. My eyes were digitized by your holographic host. So go back to how things were, I now refuse. You play a sickening game of shoots and ladders. I'm not immune. So it's like carnivals in deep water cavities as I bid farewell to avoid you taking stabs at. To whom it may concern, watch as tables turn. You now find souls hard to earn. While naming no names, things change.